Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. We're just gonna play a little coloring game today and just hang out, listen to some music from the game, but just something nice and simple. We'll probably do like two colorings, maybe three, depending on how big they are. You know, something calm among most of our other videos currently, since everything else, well, sorry, adepts and other things have been plaguing my mind this month. Also just chat a little bit, about what's going on. I had my birthday this month. We are getting to the end of February, which is crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been a month and almost 2 months at this rate. Doesn't feel like it's been that long into the new year. Feels like it's flying by so fast, which is just insane. I know the beginning of the year always feels like it goes faster than the end of the year. It's like you get to Halloween and it's like, oh my god, like so much longer, and then we get snow. But the new year always feels good. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not expecting much to change for me in the year, but it just feels like it's going by so fast, and I kind of hate it, but I also kind of love it. So, it's just weird how things seem to work like that. But, I figured we'd do something nice, simple, just color a bit today. You know what else we can do? We can chat. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Well, not kidding, but I already said that. Um, let's see. What else? I've given myself deadlines. So I've always been good at deadlines when it comes to YouTube. I haven't always been good at deadlines when it comes to other things. And okay, the end of last year does not speak well for my deadlines, considering after like July, I think we had next to no videos. Yeah, I didn't feel like filming, and my depression got the best of me. And we're not going to let that happen this year. We're going to push through with anything and everything that happens. I had some family issues last year, which have been sadly resolved. I say sadly. My uncle passed last year, which is part of the reason we didn't get a lot of YouTube videos filmed and stuff. I was kind of just on call on when I needed to shoot down to where he and my grandmother live. It sucked, but there's not much you can do about those types of things. But that's my sad excuse of an explanation for why we didn't really have any videos last year through the second half of the year completely. Like, the second half of the year, there was like nothing until December when I finally got everything under control and was like, okay, I need to get back into this and, like, keep filming, keep living. Which sometimes I think is hard to remember when you have things going on in your personal life as opposed to your online life, or any mix of the two. So, I'm sorry, I'm like really focusing to make sure that I hit all of these, because I'm not going to notice if one of them isn't, and I realize it'll tell me that the color isn't done, but like it will not register my brain where it is. Coloring games are the only time I think I'm freaking colorblind when it's a gray on a white screen. I'm like, I can't see that. I knew I missed one there. Wasn't positive where. But yeah, so we're trying something a little different this year. We're focusing really on playing not just new games, but different games. I'm trying to steer clear a decent amount of posting just like Dead by Daylight, or for a while there in previous years, we have only posted Sims videos kind of thing. I would like to get back into some of that stuff, but it'll probably be less on a schedule and more just as I feel like it. I had a lot of issues with The Sims for a while there with my PC, like refusing to run the game and film at the same time and stuff. And I think I finally have that sorted out. So we'll probably get, I don't know, just a few Sims videos this year wherever I decide to plug them in. I personally haven't been on The Sims since all those issues really happened. I picked it up a couple days ago and I was like, oh yeah, like I remember why I love playing The Sims. It's so freeing and entertaining to be able to do whatever you want in a game, as opposed to like Dead by Daylight or even this coloring game. Like, I'm following a template kind of thing. In Dead by Daylight, it's you against the killer. Like, that's what you have to do, unless you play custom matches, which in Dead by Daylight I'm working on prestiging everyone to a certain level. So custom matches don't give you any blood points, so that doesn't help me for what I'm trying to do in that game. We are working on killer adepts this year, along with survivor adepts as new characters come out and everything. Can't just focus on one and not complete the survivors, since we did all the survivors last year. We're also slowly but surely trying to 100% all achievements in Dead by Daylight. Yeah. And then, how did we get on this topic? Oh, right. Deadlines. So I gave myself a bunch of deadlines this year for books that I'm writing, which, if you guys haven't watched any of my life update videos for Mondays, I write books, and I very much enjoy doing that. It's something that allows me to be creative in a completely different way than YouTube does. And I always just feel like I have stories to tell. I've been writing books since, God, for so long. I used to draw the pictures, and my grandmother would write down what I wanted the story to be when I was little. She worked for a newspaper, and she's where I got my absolute love of writing from. So, I'm still trying to keep up with that since she's been gone 6 years this year. But so I gave myself a bunch of deadlines for the books that I want written and done like every month this year. And I'll admit, I feel like I've given myself a lot of a workload with that, because I only have 4 books scheduled to go out this year, and 3 of those 4 are already done. Like, I could just take my time, work on the last one, and then start on my books for next year. No, instead I decided I was going to finish an entire series this year and then work on my books for next year and everything, which is crazy, don't get me wrong. But they're all like short little books. I could sit down in in an afternoon and probably write the entire thing, and then it's just going over and editing it with Haley and occasionally Taylor when Taylor is available. That takes the longest part of that. And it's just because, obviously, English was not my strong suit in high school. I never went to college for writing or anything like that. I do this purely for the joy of it. Same thing with YouTube. Like, it's purely for the joy of it. I enjoy sharing my thoughts and creations with people. But when it comes to books, my grammar's not always great. again, if you guys haven't seen my videos talking about books and stuff, I'll never understand grammar. I will never understand where punctuation is supposed to go. Commas are a fucking mystery to me. Like, I I will never understand it. But, sometimes taking a little break from those things and doing things like this video where I can just sit here and chat as long as I want while we do a coloring is like really helpful for me, because other than focusing on my computer screen to make sure that I'm coloring in the correct thing, I don't have to worry about anything right now. And that's kind of amazing to just be able to do this. I don't have to worry about work or my deadlines for other things. The only deadline I have to worry about is for the video that I'm currently filming, which is awesome to think about. I do want to try and delve a little bit more this year into some other types of videos, which is why we will be starting our monthly highlights in March. Not this year, unfortunately. Oh, wait. This is March. Did I say this year? Oh my god. My brain stopped functioning. Yeah, no. This month. Just as a little thing from videos or when I do stream, which I am finally getting my work schedule under a actual schedule to be able to figure out stream days and everything again. God, I miss streaming. It was so much fun. So I'm very excited to get back into that now that I have a decent work schedule, like days planned and everything. What on earth am I looking at right now? I don't even know. Okay. Oh, okay, this is big. Okay. I wasn't expecting the next one to be huge. But how many colors are on this? 29? It's actually not that many colors. I guess it just looks huge. Hey, look, it's a smiley face. I don't know if it's meant to be a smiley face, but it is a smiley face, and I love that. Oh, no, it's meant to be the character's shirt. Oh, okay. I was just over here going, hey, it's a smiley face on my screen. But no, this is one of those games that I pick up anytime I just need to do something that isn't using my brain. Like, this is something that's very simple. I don't have to think about, oh, is the killer coming? Or, like, oh, I should probably make sure my Sims are okay. Or even with my Disney Dreamlight Valley game, which I play a little too much when I'm not filming other things or playing Dead by Daylight. That has become like my new home, is Disney Dreamlight Valley. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Disney fan / nerd. But maybe we'll get a video on that eventually. I know I wanted to do Hogwarts Legacy at some point this year. I'm not really sure that that's going to happen. I finally finished a playthrough on my own, which is what my main goal was. I wanted to finish the game on my own before I did it for YouTube or anything like that. Just so that, I could sit there and enjoy the wizarding world and everything. But I think maybe after we get through Lego Harry Potter, we might. It's on my schedule for this year. I just don't really remember where. Or if it's just in my list for this year and it's not actually scheduled. Because that'll be like a long playthrough. Unless we want the videos to be absolutely like stream length, which they could be. I wouldn't mind doing that. Or maybe we just play it for stream and then it could go up on the VOD channel. But I don't know. I have lots and lots of ideas for so many things, and I can't keep it straight half the time. I have a habit of like writing down all ideas that I have, and then I have to like sort through all those notes and be like, okay, what is like a good way to go about these ideas? Like, how do I want to go about them? Is normally what I run into. Which I think anyone who is a creative person struggles with things like that. It's like, oh, like, this would be a fantastic idea for a drawing, a book, a video, like a song, anything that, you could manage to do something for. I feel like all creative people have not a problem. I don't want to call it a problem because it's not a problem, but I feel like I struggle to focus on one thing at a time. Like, and it's not just the ADHD. Um, I struggle to focus on like one project at a time. Like, I'll get really locked into a project and then I forget about everything else. But then as soon as I step away from that project, I like completely drop it. And it's not intentional. It's just I get distracted by like a different project or the next project, or sometimes nothing that has anything to do with the first project. It's just, oh, this sounds like fun kind of thing. Which is why I tend to give myself deadlines and try to figure out like what I'm doing so that I'm not sitting there confused as all hell. Oh, they're up here. I was like, where did I miss colors? I feel like a lot of people struggle with those things. I also know that beyond the ADHD, as an Aquarius, I struggle with things like that. Keeping focused on one project at a time is like my downfall. Oh my goodness. I woke up today. Now, before I really tell you everything, but like, I have so many books planned, like fully planned out books, like full length books or even short novellas, yada yada, whatever type of book. I have so many planned, it's not funny. I woke up today with like the best idea for a new book. I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to write down that entire plan for it. Now, while I haven't gone through and did any chapter planning for it or anything like that, I now have this entire book, like, idea going. We'll come back to that. For a new story that it's like, well, you have like 8 books that you have planned for the next couple of years to go out. Don't touch that one. But now all I want to do is start writing that one, or like start the chapter planning so that I could start writing it, kind of thing. And like, that's not going to help me in the long run, and I know it. But I'm struggling to keep myself from doing that, which is fine. Things happen. It's actually how I talked about it in one of my weekly like life video things. It's how I started writing the book that my friends are incredibly excited about, Iron Trap. Was I got this idea for a book and I was like, oh yeah, like we're just gonna start writing it. So I wrote like the first 3 chapters with no idea where that book was gonna go. And then Taylor and Haley were like, oh my god, like this is gonna be such a good book. Like, yes, please write this. And then again, I gave myself a deadline. So I had probably about the first half of the book written by the end of last year. with the idea that it's going out next year. Um, that is the plan, is hopefully it'll go out next year. And now I've gotten distracted by so many other projects that I haven't touched it. To be fair, I had to get through my books for this year in order to be able to focus on that one since it wasn't going out this year. Like, I'm good at managing my time when it comes to things like that. On like, oh, like, yeah, no, I understand. This is what I want to do, but like, it's not top priority on the list currently. Um, which over the years I've gotten better at. Honestly, sometimes I wish I had this type of determination when I was in school. Um, but at the same time, I don't have this type of determination for like schoolwork or anything like that, so it probably wouldn't help me much now or back then. Um, I don't know, everyone's different. My mom loved school. My dad like barely graduated. I honestly, I can be, oh my god, I'm going to use the word honest again. I can be completely honest and say probably the only reason I graduated is because of COVID. Triggering, I know. Um, I didn't, I needed too many credits to graduate. And it turned out that because of COVID, I managed to take more classes than I should have been able to at a time. So basically, if I hadn't, if COVID hadn't happened, I would have been one like high school credit short of having all my credits to graduate. But because of COVID, they let me overlap classes since, I mean, I graduated in 2020. No one was prepared for online school like that. Um, so it just kind of worked out that since none of my teachers were actually holding real classes, they just kind of handed us assignments that I was able to pick up an extra class and get that credit to graduate. Which, if I have one regret, it's the fact that I didn't show up to my graduation, even though it was during COVID. That's something that I wish I had done because I just didn't bother. To be fair, my family was busy that day. Like, they all had other plans. I would have been going to graduation alone. Um, but I still kind of wish I had done it, even though at the time I thought it was really stupid. I was like, why are we holding a graduation? I literally just walked into the school the next day and got my diploma because I scheduled a time to go pick up my diploma the next day, and I went and got it. And I mean, I was so happy to have it, but at the same time, it was like, why didn't you go to graduation? Like, what was I thinking? I wish I could ask myself that now. And I mean, it was only, God, it was 6 years ago this year, but it wasn't really that long ago. But I mean, I've changed so much since then. And I feel like that happens for everyone. The older you get, obviously, the more you change and the more your mind develops and things. I just wish I could go back and ask myself, what were you thinking by not going to graduation? Like, yeah, it probably would have been a little lonely, but I had friends. Like, I had friends and friends' parents who were going to graduation. I could have hung out with any of them, or at least parked next to them in the parking lot for it, because obviously COVID, they like called you up and then you went up and got it while no one else was, around. It wasn't the big graduation ceremony that most places do. But all right, we're missing a couple. 18. Does it really say 18? No, that's a 16. Is that the one I was missing? Yes, it is. Okay. Nope. I see 2 there. Still missing a couple. Okay, I guess we'll have to come back and find those in a minute. Shouldn't be too hard to come back and find those. This is what happens when I just wave my mouse around. We end up missing them. But it's also like the quickest way to get through most of the coloring. It's like, oh, look at that. It's like all done. I don't know. I've been rambling for what? Almost 25 minutes now. And I would like to apologize for rambling for 25 minutes. But I hope that at least the coloring, even though I color in the worst way on this game, but when it's a big thing like this, what else am I supposed to do? Like, there's only so much I can do to make this look nice or aesthetic for you guys watching. There's only so much I can do, and my brain doesn't want to do this or even click it every single time. Like that frustrates me to do. So it's easier to just do the back and forth complete thing. But I will let you guys go. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like, consider commenting, consider subscribing. It would really help me out. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, everyone.